Hi friends, Gene Burnett from GeneBurnett.com. Hey, I thought we'd talk a little bit today about the mental game or the spiritual game or the chi game or the subtle esoteric energy game as it relates to physical life, martial arts, and just the physics of everyday life. Chi, energy, the mental game and all of its ramifications, emotional, spiritual, psychological, philosophical, attitude, intention, visualization, alchemy, meridians, prana, ki, fakes, feints, power games, balance stealing, fascia, quantum physics, breath power. All these things are, in my opinion, at best, value added factors. On their own, they are virtually nothing. They have the potential of helping the nervous system tie everything else together, but the everything else has to be there. Strength, ability to deliver momentum, speed, flexibility, footwork, posture, alignment, agility, distance management, structure, fitness, conditioning, all the other traditional sort of fighting attributes. These are all really important in daily life too, without any fighting involved. So what I don't like is when people sell the idea that these mental, energetic, or spiritual factors can take the place of the physical ones, or more important, are better than the physical ones. According to the yin-yang symbol, everything and its opposite are exactly equally important. Okay? So for me, even in a health practice, which I have basically a physics of daily life practice, the same thing applies. All the energetic attributes in the world won't extend the life of my vitality if I don't take care of the physical ones. And I might add, all the physical attributes in the world won't give me a good life if I ignore that inner game, if I ignore my emotions, if I ignore any spiritual context or any kind of how my attitude or my intention affects my body. Just as a fighter with no mental game is worse off than an equal fighter with a good one. On the other hand, the inner stuff, whatever your brand is, woo-woo or scientific or whatever, is value added, not value in itself. You still have to do the work. Unfortunately, a lot of people will buy the idea that you can bypass the work of developing physical attributes. People will say, oh, it's merely physical, or oh, that's only muscles. And still, they think you can not use your muscles and somehow defend yourself in a fight, or even get through your days with minimal injury. Daily life, spiritual life, martial life, combat life, it doesn't matter. You cannot mindfuck your way through these realms. At whatever level you play, you cannot exclude the physical body. I get that little, anything that looks like a thumbs up gives me a little thumb up bubble. I'm not sure why, but it just does. So anyway, you can't mindfuck your way through these realms. At whatever level you play, you cannot exclude the physical body in everyday Newtonian physics and expect good martial or health results. You have to include it all. So think of the intent game, the mental state that an athlete has to get in before the game. What if that's all they had? It's not going to go very far. But what if all they had was a bunch of physical attributes, but no overall intent, no sense of purpose? Then you have a talented athlete who may or may not do well, but usually there's going to be, they only go so far. This is why there's such a thing as coaches, because the coach not only, like say a football coach, not only designs and calls plays, but they kind of unify the team. They provide like a kind of group intent. Like I was watching, not a coach, but a quarterback talk to his team before a game, and I realized he says this before almost every game that I've seen. Whenever they've shown a clip of this one quarterback talking to his players, he finishes it with not, we will dominate them, we will make our will, assert our will and crush them and all this. He says, let's do what we came here to do, let's do our jobs, and let's find a way to win. I love that. Let's find a way to win. This is not a lock. We have to find our way to a win. And that is an intent that I agree with. Yeah, for another athlete or another team, they might really like a coach who just says, we will destroy them, we will inflict our will on them and all that kind of stuff. But I personally like that one. But either way, that intent, that philosophy, that idea, that guiding purpose, that guiding idea that helps the athletes function together in a passionate, focused, effective way is in a sense what's going on in our lives. We have our intent in our head, and the team is our resources, our various physical and emotional and spiritual skills or attributes. And in having an intent in your mind to unify that, to have a picture of what you want to do and a firm intention of what you want to do, really helps coordinate our resources and deliver them. It doesn't matter what it is. If you can, maybe you've never done a backflip. If you just jump out of a chair and try one without thinking about it, you're not going to be as successful if you jump out of the chair and think about all the backflips you've ever seen. Focus your intent on doing a backflip. Tell yourself that's what you're going to do. You might still kill yourself, but I don't think you'll kill yourself as bad. So intent is wonderful. Having a visualization of what you want to do, or some kind of guiding, subtle arrangement internally, all that stuff's really valuable, but not by itself. By itself, it's nothing. I don't think any of those things were ever meant to be a substitute. They're like spice, or like a unifying, what is it, something you put in a recipe that makes it all kind of congeal together, an emulsifier or something. Yeah, sure, as something that pulls everything together and focuses us, yeah, sure. But by itself, the mental game is weak. It's really weak by itself. It's value added, in my opinion. You may disagree that you can do this all with your mind, but I have never seen it. And everybody at the top of every podium in the world that involves physical prowess, from fighting, from high school wrestling matches, all the way to the Olympics, to track and field, to football, baseball, basketball, hockey, any sport, tennis, martial arts, boxing, judo, jiu-jitsu, MMA, every physical sport, or every combative contest that's ever been. The person at the top of the podium, they're strong. Not just strong, they're significantly stronger than the average person. There's always strength involved. I don't care if it's ping pong. The person at the top of the podium, the best, is strong. Badminton, doesn't matter. The best are strong. Now, I'm not saying strength's the only virtue. Obviously, that mental game, how you put that all together, really, really important. But you never see anybody get to the podium with just that. It just doesn't exist. Except in the fantasy scholar, kung fu, fanboy, wannabe, Jedi warrior world. There, yeah, sure, you can do it with your mind. But the rest of us are working with our bodies. So use your mind to help your body organize your actions and make them more smooth, more effective. But don't think it's a substitute, because come on. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it. If you'd like to hear more about what I do, GeneBurnett.com is a little information over there. You can subscribe to this channel if you like this kind of things. I do periodically. I'll throw a little thing like this up there that's something to do with Tai Chi practice, and also I do a lot of music, a lot of musical videos as well. So yeah, subscribe to my channel if you like this thing, and I will see you next time.